Let's start with our breath work. So breathing in and out through our nose. And if you can, have your breath out last a little bit longer than your breath in. If you like doing the Ujjayi breath, activate that now. So you're just slightly constricting the back of your throat on your breath out. Let's have our arms at our sides, and then we're going to breathe in as we raise our arms up. Breathe out, bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment right now to think about what you are in gratitude for. Maybe 3 things. Maybe there's just one thing that's standing out so big right now. You choose maybe 1 to 3 things you're in so much gratitude for, and visualize them coming into your heart. It might be things, it might be people, it might be experiences. Whatever those things are, or people or experiences that are coming into your mind right now, pull them into your heart. And with it, feel that gratitude in your heart. Feel the joy that is in there. And we're going to amplify that on our next breath in. So arms are at our sides. We're going to be scooping up those amazing, positive, gratitude-filled energy and emotions and thoughts and all that positivity. We're going to scoop it up as we breathe in. As we breathe out, pull that energy amplified back into your heart. Feel that expansion of your heart energy, just filling the room. It's radiating from your heart. You might even see colors coming with this energetic radiation of love, gratitude, joy. Let's bring our hands onto our knees now. Eyes can either be closed or open. And let's scoop in our belly as we push our backs to the back wall, rounding your shoulders forward. Feel that nice stretch in your upper back and in your shoulders. And then, like the waves of the ocean, we're going to gently, as we're breathing in, push our hearts forward. You might even have a little arc in your back as you're pushing your heart forward, slowly or slightly raising your chin. Let's breathe and breathe in as we round our back again. Breathe out as we push our hearts forward. If your breath is the other way around, by all means, okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, we're going to switch things a little bit. We're going to push our hearts towards the right knee and then create a little circular motion, a circular pattern with your body as you move your back to the back of the room, and then you move your heart to the left side and then forward and around. So nice circles in one direction, using your body in a way where you feel like you're floating or you're creating a wave with your body. Sometimes we need this reminder to flow through life. Things can surprise us and go in different ways than what we expect. But sometimes we just need to trust in the flow of activities, in the flow of conversations. Trust within the flow. Let's go in the opposite direction now. When we fight the flow, we can sometimes get into a place of being stubborn, creating constriction, just wanting things to happen in a certain way, using lots of energy to try to force things in a way that we want them to go. And all it does is create more constriction. Let's go back the other way again. We receive more abundance when we're open to the flow of the universe. Trusting in the universe. When we send out our rockets of desire, let's go in the opposite direction. When we send out rockets of desire of what we would love, what we want to happen, what we would desire, and then when things flow to us, sometimes they can be flowing to us in a way that's even better than expected, and the opposite direction. So flowing with the way we are being guided. Just like I'm getting you to change directions again here, change directions. You're just simply having a quick, all right, and then go in that new direction, in that new flow, and back to center. Once again, let's breathe in as we raise our arms up. Breathe out, bring your hands to your hearts. Okay, let's go on to our hands and knees. You can transfer into that position in your own timing. So we're going to do our hands and knees, cat and cow this time. So breathe into cow as you drop your belly, open up your heart, slightly raise your chin. Breathe out to cat, belly button to spine. Breathe into cow. Breathe out to cat. Breathe into cow. Breathe out to cat. Let's make a C shape with our body as we aim to bring our right shoulder to our right hip and then our left shoulder to our left hip. Right shoulder to right hip, left shoulder to left hip. One more time each side in your own timing. Right shoulder, right hip, left shoulder, left hip. Back to center. Let's bring our arms a little bit more forward. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up to your first downward dog. And breathe. Let's gently push our right heel down towards the mat. Feel that beautiful stretch from the Achilles going all the way up to your glutes. Enjoy that nice long stretch. Let's now switch and push the left heel down to the mat. You can lift up the right, bringing all your love and attention to the left back side of your leg. From your Achilles all the way up to your glutes. Enjoy that nice long stretch. Bring attention to your belly as well, tucking that in. So being mindful of your core. Let's push both heels down to the mat, pushing our heart towards our thighs and our heels to the ground, tucking in your core, tucking in that belly. Let's breathe in as we raise the right leg up. Breathe out, bring your knee towards your nose, and let's hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, three-legged dog. This time, let's bring that leg all the way forward, feet between your hips. Plant that leg. We're in a low lunge now. You can either keep that back knee up off the ground or drop that knee to get that nice hip flexor stretch. You can either tuck your toes or untuck them. You can either keep your hands on the mat or bring them up to your knee. Aiming to have a 90-degree angle on that front leg. Gently pushing forward so you feel that hip flexor stretch. Drop the left hand down, raise the right arm up, open up your heart towards the sun. Bring the right hand to the inside of that right foot. if you like, you can bring that right foot to the outer edge of your mat. So we have lizard pose here, or dragon. You can either just stay on the palms of your hand or come up on your fingertips. So whatever feels good for you, open up your heart. If you want, you can push that right leg over to the side, opening up that hip further, even putting your foot onto the blade edge, if you like. If it doesn't feel good on your ankle, on your foot, you don't have to do that. Always listen to your body, honor it. Honor your body and what it needs. You can stay here or you can come down lower. Feel free to put blocks or pillows, a rolled up blanket, or if you can bring your elbows right down to the mat. And breathe in and out through your nose. Come back up onto your hands. Bring your foot a little bit more in line with your hips, so your hips are more shoulder width apart. And straighten that leg by inching your toes forward. And then you can flex that front leg. You can either stay up on your fingertips or bring your belly down lower towards your thigh. You can bend this knee as much as you need to. You're basically aiming to get your belly down low. Keep your hearts open. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Use your breath to help your belly to open. Nice. Let's put that front leg at a 90-degree angle again. So bringing that leg closer to your body. Let's tuck those back toes and lift up that back leg. Plant your hands. Bring the right leg back to meet the left. So now you're in plank. Let's hold this plank nice and strong right now. So fingertips spread out. Bellies are tucked in. Your legs are nice and tight. Staying here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, you can lower right down to your belly, from plank to your belly, or drop to your knees and go to your belly. Hands nice and close to your chest. Breathe in and up to cobra. You can stay as low or go as high as your back is ready for. We're still warming up, so listen to your spine. Breathe out, come back down. Breathe in, come on up. Breathe out and lower down. One more time. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and come back down. Lift your chest up off the ground. Your arms can be in cactus, like you're making a goal post with your arms. If it feels good for you, you can lift your legs up off the mat as well. Breathe in, raise your chest a little bit higher. Breathe out, reach your arms forward. Breathe in, raise that chest up, arms back to cactus. Breathe out, reach your arms forward, dropping your head slightly. Breathe in, come on up. Breathe out and reach. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and reach. 2 more times. Breathe in and up. Breathe out and reach. Breathe in and up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest in crocodile. Hands in front of your face, stacked on top of one another. Bring your forehead down to your hands, elbows at opposite sides of the mat. And breathe. Give your lower back and your shoulders permission to fully relax into the mat. One more nice deep breath in, and have your breath out last a little longer than your breath in. Nice. Let's bring our hands close to our chest again. Tuck your toes. You can either go onto your knees to downward dog or push up to plank and then make your way to downward dog. Let's breathe in as we raise the left leg up. Breathe out. Let's bring our knee to our nose and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Breathe out. Bring that leg forward. Plant it between your hands. Either stay here or drop your knee down. You can untuck your toes or keep them tucked. You can come up to your knee if you like. Pushing forward. So pushing forward. Nice hip flexor stretch. Drop your right hand. Open up your arm. Open up your arm to the sun or your heart to the sun. Bring that hand down to the inside of the left foot, bringing your left foot to the outer edge of the mat to dragon or lizard pose. You can be up on your fingertips or on your the palms of your hands. You can even bring that hip out more and bringing your foot to the blade edge. You can stay here or come down lower. And breathe. Use your body to help your hips to open. Or use your breath, I mean. Did I say your body? I meant use your breath to allow your body to open. How about that? Come back up onto your hands. Bring your foot a little bit closer into the mat so your hips are more shoulder width apart. And inch your foot forward so you can work to straighten that leg. Flex that foot, so bringing your toes up towards the ceiling. But you can bend this knee as much as you need to. So again, you're aiming to bring your belly down towards your thigh. Okay, let's bring that leg to more of a 90-degree angle. Tuck those back toes, lift up the knee, plant your hands, bring the left foot to meet the right into plank. If this is too much on your arms, your shoulders, anything like that, you can go down and regroup in child's pose. So we're going to have a strong core on this plank, really tightening those legs, spreading those fingers out to spread your weight across your hands, across the pads of your fingertips. A little bit longer for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can go down to your belly to Cobra or Chaturanga Tadasana or any version of a vinyasa that you want. You can even just go right to Child's Pose, and we can meet to Downward Dog whenever you're ready. Okay, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop towards the top of the mat, and then fold. Breathe in, halfway lift to a flat back, and fold. Let's hang here for a little bit. Grab onto opposite elbows, and we can hang in ragdoll. Bringing your belly nice and close to your thighs. Your knees can be as bent as you need to. If you like, you can work towards straightening them a little bit, but always listen to the backs of your legs. How do they feel? Maybe we just need to keep them bent today. Not only listen to your body, but your emotions. Because some days we can handle pushing ourselves a bit if our body is good with it. More on certain days than other days, right? Okay, drop the hands down. We're going to come all the way up as we breathe in. Breathe out, hands at your heart. Nice. Let's go to the long edge of the mat, or the long side of the mat. We're going to start with our toes going outward. And we're going to come down into Goddess Squat. And you can start with some movement, maybe doing a little bit of side to side. If that doesn't feel good on you, don't do it. You can just find stillness in it. Try to keep your bum nice and low. We can move our hands behind our heads now. I'm going to find some stillness. I'm going to breathe in, tall spine. Breathe out, bringing the right elbow towards the right knee. It's not going to get anywhere near it, but we're getting a nice side body stretch on one side, the other side, some nice constriction. Breathe in, back to center. Okay, so let's breathe in here again. Breathe out to the other side. Now we're going to speed this up. We're going to breathe into center, breathe out to the other side. Breathe into center, breathe out to the other side. Breathe into center, breathe out to the other side. Breathe into center, breathe out to the other side. And then breathe in, we'll hang out in center. Arms reach up as we breathe in. Hands to your heart as we breathe out. Let's straighten those legs. Nice. We're going to bring our toes to the tops of the mat. So just bring your toes in. We're going to do a prasarita now. So you can have your hands on your hips, your superhero stance. Breathe in, tall spine. Breathe out, hinge at your hips. Let's drop our hands down. Now I want you to do here what you are drawn to do. So you can either stay here with your fingertips down, you can look up slightly, and your back is engaged, your core is engaged, you can feel it in the backs of your legs. Or you can bring your hands more to the center of the mat. You can reach for your ankles or your feet or around your ankles. You can widen your stance and bring your elbows down. So just listen to where you're at right now and what you feel like doing. Okay, wherever you're at, you can bring your hands back to the original placement when we first came down. Then bring your hands to your hips, flat back. Breathe in, tall spine as we come back up to stand. Good. You can bring your feet together, either hop together or just step back together. Okay, let's go back to the front of the mat. Breathe in as we raise our arms up. Breathe out, swan dive down, hinge at the hips, and fold. Breathe in, halfway lift to a flat back. Breathe out and fold. Plant the hands, either step back or hop back into plank. You can go down to your belly to cobra or to upward facing dog, and then make your way to downward dog. Okay, we are going to change up the flow. So breathe in, right leg up. Breathe out, knee to nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Breathe out, bring that leg all the way forward, plant it between your hands. Set yourself up for warrior 2. So we can windmill the arms up and go nicely into our warrior 2. Do any adjustments you need to do. Front leg, you're aiming at a 90-degree angle. Back foot, you're aiming for about a 45-degree angle of your foot. Reaching those arms, looking over your fingertips or the middle finger. Glance down at your big toe, make sure you can see it. Make sure this knee isn't tracking to cover it. Let's reach forward and then turn that palm up on that forward arm and then scoop up the amazing energy as we go into reverse warrior. Let's straighten that front leg, get a really nice side body stretch there. Bend back into that front leg. And let's bring this arm down to our thigh. And let's bring that left arm all the way up to extended side angle. Nice long line of energy from our back foot all the way up to our fingertips. And breathe. Now, if you want to go any deeper into this pose, you can do a bind. So we can bring that arm back and around to reach under your thighs. Right arm comes around and we can grab on. You can open up your heart towards the ceiling. And let's, as gracefully as we can, come back up to reverse warrior. Then windmill the hands down to the ground, back to plank pose. Your choice of vinyasa. If you want to hang out in child's pose, go for it. Or your choice of vinyasa here. We can meet back in downward dog whenever you're ready. All right, let's breathe in as we lift the left leg up. Breathe out, knee to nose, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Breathe out, bring the leg all the way forward, plant it between the hands, set yourself up for warrior 2. Check out that front to big toe. Make sure you can see it. Reach with those arms in opposite directions. Aim to have that 90-degree angle on that front leg. Let's reach that front arm forward, turn the palm up, scoop up amazing positive energy into our reverse warrior. Let's straighten that front leg. Beautiful long stretch up the side body. Keep your breath work going. Bend that front leg again, and let's slowly move ourselves into extended side angle. All right, let's bring that top arm back and around. You can either stay in that extended side angle, or you can go into a bind, opening up your heart towards the sun. As gracefully as we can, moving back to that reverse warrior. And then windmill the hands down to plank. You can go to child's pose or your choice of vinyasa here. All right, let's bend the knees, look forward, and we're going to move ourselves into a seated position. Okay. So let's start by bringing the right foot to the inner thigh of the left leg, which is straight in front. Well, it's a little bit to an angle, right? That foot can be flexed on that straight leg. Breathe in, reach up. Let's slowly tilt towards that straight leg. Breathe out, come on down. Aiming your belly towards your thigh. I have a bit of a round in my spine, but I'm aiming to push my heart forward. So I'm not going to bring my head down towards the knee. I'm just aiming to have my heart forward and belly towards that thigh. Come on back up. We're going to take the leg that was bent and put the foot flat on the mat. Take the right arm, reach it back behind you. Left arm, reach it up, hook it over that right thigh, and just gently look over your right shoulder to a nice spinal twist. Nice. Now we're going to go to twist to the other side so that leg can stay there. You just bring your hands down onto the floor as if you were going to do a push-up. Pardon me. And you can bring your forehead down towards the floor. Honoring Mother Earth. And then come back up. Okay, we can do the opposite side now. So we're going to straighten that right leg. Bring that left leg towards the inner thigh of the right. Breathe in as we reach up. Breathe out as we're aiming towards, slowly tilting towards that right straight leg. Coming down towards the mat. Bringing your belly towards your thigh. That foot can be flexed. You might even have your hands around your foot. They might be around your ankle or your shin or just placed on your mat. Let's come up to a seated position. Let's take that bent leg and put that foot flat onto the mat. The left arm comes behind, right arm reaches up, hooks over that left, and gently twist to look over that left shoulder. With every breath in, feel your body creating space. And with every breath out, you're moving deeper into that space, but in a way that feels good for your body. No need to push, just flow. Now we're going to do that counter stretch to the right side so our legs can stay as is, bringing your arms around, planting your hands as if you're going to do a push-up on this side, honoring Mother Earth, bringing your forehead down to the floor. Coming back up, and if your head doesn't go all the way down, it doesn't matter. And then let's straighten the second leg. So both of our legs are straight in front. You can keep as much of a bend in your knees as you need to, because we're going to be hinging at the hips, and just listen to your body for what it needs. So breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, hinge at the hips, and fold. So you're aiming for your belly to come towards your thighs. We're enhancing that hamstring stretch right now in staff pose. All right, make your way back up. Let's go into cobblers or butterfly pose now. So you can bring the soles of your feet together. Either hold on to your feet as if you're opening up a book, or keep your toes warm, or your ankles. So whichever one you're doing, you might even want to add in gently pushing down. You don't have to, so just see if it feels right for you. You can push your legs open gently, pushing your heart forward. Your chin can be up slightly. Your back, your upper back is engaged with this maneuver here. And you can pay attention to your core, tuck that belly in. Okay, let's go into a cross-legged position now. Breathe in, tall spine. Breathe out, reach your arms forward. Reach as far forward as it feels good for you, aiming to bring your legs a little closer down to the mat. Tuck in that belly. Come back up to a seated position, and let's change the crossing of the legs. So whichever one's in front goes behind now. Breathe in, tall spine. Breathe out, walk your hands forward. Slowly make your way back up to a seated position. Let's once again do a nice gentle spinal twist. Rotate the right arm, bring it back. The left arm can be placed on your right leg or your knee, and gently look over that right shoulder as you have nice deep breaths in and out. Really connect in with your breath, with the flow of the air within your body. And let's go to the other side. So left arm reaching back, right arm onto that left knee, gently looking over your left shoulder, using your breath, getting deeper into the pose and deeper into a state of relaxation. Let's come back to center. All right, let's make our way onto our knees. Tuck your toes back to a downward dog. And we're just going to add a bit more flow into this practice. So we're going to breathe in as the backs of our hearts are moving forward as we go forward on our toes. So breathe in, forward on your toes. The back of your heart leads the way to plank. You can either stay here or dip your hips down to an upward facing dog with your toes still tucked under. And then breathe in as the back of your heart starts to move up, your hips are moving up and back, your heels are pushing back to your back in downward dog. Let's do that again. Breathe in, back of your heart leads the way, forward on your toes. If you like, from plank, you can continue to dip your hips down to an upward facing dog with your toes tucked, and then hips leading the way, heels pushing back to downward dog. Let's do that one more time as we create a beautiful analogy of going within the flow of life. Breathe in, forward on the toes, to plank or to upward facing dog. And then hips lead the way, making your way back to downward dog. Let's bring your knees back down to the mat. Tabletop position. Shoulders stacked above the wrists. Let's take our left arm, breathe in as we reach it up towards the sun. Rotate your wrist one way, rotate your wrist the other way, and let's thread the needle down, bringing your arm through, so underneath the other arm, bringing your left cheek to the mat. Your right hand can either be beside your face, reaching forward, or even bring it back behind your back. If you want to include more balance, you can take that right leg, reach it back so you're on your toes, or even you can raise that leg up. In this position, you might get wobbly, you might even want to fall. If you do, just drop and roll in a safe way. If your leg is up, you can bring that knee back down to the mat. Take your right hand and put it beside your face if it's not already there. Unthread the needle, open up your heart again. Let's drop that left hand down to the mat. Let's reach the right arm all the way up. Rotate the wrist one way, roll it the other way. Thread the needle, bringing the right cheek down to the mat. Choose the hand positioning for that left hand. I'm going to bring it behind my back again. If you want to add some extra balance, take that left leg, reach it out, or even up. If your leg is up, bring that knee back down to the mat. If your hand isn't beside your face, bring it there. Unthread the needle, reaching your heart up towards the sun. And then bring that hand back down to the mat in tabletop. Let's move on to our bums again. All right, so toes are at the end of the mat. Let's slowly roll ourselves down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice. Bring your feet nice and close to your bum, and let's take the right leg and cross it over the left into a figure 4. Okay, you can either keep your neck and head on the mat, or you can reach through your legs, grab onto your thigh, and well, you can still keep your head and neck on the mat if you like, or you can bring your knee close to your nose close to your knee like this. And you can rotate your ankle of the leg that's going straight forward one way, roll it the other way. If you want this to be a more intensive stretch, you can even grab onto your shin or even onto that outstretched foot. If you want, you can add some movement in here. Feel free at any time to drop that head and neck down if it was off of the mat. We're going to bring our arms out into a T, and the legs that are crossed in this position, we're going to keep them that way and drop them to the right. And if it feels good for you, you can look over that left shoulder. And then we can bring those legs up to the other side. So up and over. And again, you can look over the opposite shoulder if that feels good for you. Bring those legs back to center. Drop the foot down and uncross the legs. And then let's cross the opposite leg over. And then choose. You can reach through those legs if you like. You can even lift your chin up off the ground or your nose towards the knee and your head and shoulders are up off the ground. And you can roll your ankle one way with that the leg that's out in front and roll it the other way. You can add some movement and even rock back and forth if you like. At any time, drop your head and shoulders down to the mat if that feels good for you. And let's bring that right leg down to the mat, uncross your legs. Bring your feet nice and close to your bum again. You can even reach for those heels with your fingertips and see how close you can get your heels to your fingertips. You can either place your hands down on the mat, grab onto your mat, or interlace your fingers underneath your bum. And let's go into bridge pose. So pushing your hips up, you can snuggle your wings under your shoulders. If your fingers are interlaced, you're aiming to keep your hands towards the mat. And breathe. In and out through the nose. Let's bring our bum back down to the mat. And let's bring our knees into our chest and hug onto those knees. You can add some rocking back and forth if that feels nice on your spine. You can even grab onto your knees and draw nice knee circles one way. And we can go in the opposite direction. All right, let's bring our feet up to happy baby. Grab onto the outsides of the feet. And you can, while you're holding onto your feet, you can pull your feet and your knees down towards the mat. And your hands, your feet are trying to push your hands up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and out through your nose. You can continue with that Ujjayi breath if that's what you were doing. All right, now let's get our bodies into a position that would feel best for you for Shavasana now. So you might even keep your knees together and your feet on the mat, or reach them out, put pillows or blocks under your thighs to offer your lower back some extra support. Choose a hand placement. Maybe you want just them resting on your hip bones. You might want a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart. Arms at your sides, whatever you're drawn to. Connect in with your breath. So feel the depth of your breath. Feel it coming into your body. Feel it spreading within your cells. Listen to the sound of your breath. Feel the relaxation that is created within your body in every breath out. Just feel your body getting more and more relaxed and melting into the mat. Continue to tune into your breath. Notice how much more relaxation has been created within your body. You can stay in this wonderful place of relaxation for as long as you like, or if you're ready to get on with your day, you can create some movement in your body by starting with wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can even reach your arms above you and reach with your feet to the opposite direction. Use your breath to create length within your body. And whenever you're ready, you can move or roll onto your side into a fetal position, which can represent a new birth for you. What are you wanting to create in your life? What would you like to birth? You are a magnificent manifestor, and sometimes we just need that reminder. Focus on what you want to create in your life. Find the excitement to embrace and to get into a place of trust and knowing that you are creating that, and it will happen in beautiful divine timing. So being in that place of trust will help you to hold that excitement and to come back into that place of excitement often. In your own timing, eyes can be closed or open. Make your way up to a seated position. Take some time to adjust into the seated position. Find relaxation in this place by tuning into your breath. Tucking that belly in. Arms can come at your sides onto the mat. And let's breathe in as we raise those arms up. Breathe out. Pull your hands to your heart as you pull in beautiful positive energy and a reminder of what you're in gratitude for. The things that you mentioned, the things, the people, that experiences that you mentioned or that you thought about at the top of this class and you brought into your heart. Let's bring those back into our heart right now, into our mind's eye. Fill your heart in gratitude for the things that you brought to mind. The things, the people, the experiences. Hold that beauty within your heart, and let's expand on our gratitude and the energy radiating from our heart as we once again bring our arms to our sides. Breathe in as we scoop up that amazing gratitude, love, and joy-filled energy all the way up towards our crown. Breathe out as we pull it all into our hearts. That energy is just expanding and it's amplified, radiating from our heart, filling the room in which you're in. And we're going to breathe in and do that process one more time, but this time we're going to radiate all the way throughout your house or your apartment or wherever you are at. Let's breathe in. As we breathe out, it radiates all everywhere throughout our house, maybe even across our town, our city, our country. We can do it one more time, and maybe we're going to be radiating all the way out around the world. Let's breathe in, raise our arms up. Breathe out, pull your hands towards your heart as you're radiating your energy around the world. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. May you have kind thoughts and intentions today. Bring your thumbs to your lips. May you speak kind words to yourself and to others. Bring your thumbs to your heart. May your heart be filled with love, joy, peace, and gratitude.